Welcome back to You Got Mail, the manliest podcast on the internet.
Show me what you got.
You're kicking back with Keegan, Norm, Dan, and Zach. And I brought the alcohol this week. Don't know anything about it other than it's a Haitian rum. You guys know I'm a rum guy. Distilled from 100% pure sugar cane. Yeah. That's excited about it. And it's distilled in like some French fucking barrel. Nice. I guess Haitians have a lot to do with the French.
It's rum.
Why do the Haitians have a lot to do with the French?
Because the French went to the Jamaican Isles and enslaved a lot of people and forced them to make rum.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fucking terrible.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh, Lord.
All right. Well, let's try it. I got to pour it over a bunch of...
Aged for 8 years.
Oh,
Aged for 8 years.
Yeah.
Nice.
8 years. Yep.
8 years in a barrel.
Let's cheers up.
Cheers
Taste
up.
it up. See how it is. Hopefully it's sweet. Hopefully it's
How's
sweet.
it smelling? That's a nice smell.
Oh, that's sweet.
That's really good.
That's pretty
Smooth.
That's pretty solid. Pretty solid.
Like caramel, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know, other than just like sweet with alcohol.
Yeah.
But not like a shitty vodka kind of alcohol.
No.
It's good.
Yeah. No, yeah, this is quality for sure.
Not
I
too
get
bad.
some like
About-
some baking spices.
I think it was like
Some spice,
$33 on the price tag.
This is good.
That's a good bottle to have for $33.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Throw it into the cabinet.
it's pretty fire.
I was gonna bring back a bottle of Puerto Rican rum, but I drank it all.
Yeah, it happens.
And after you open it, you can't bring it back. So
Really?
yeah.
Whack.
Mhm.
Good
You
stuff.
drank
though.
it all while you were there.
So Don Q is like the most
yeah.
popular Puerto Rican rum. I bought there like
Other than Bacardi. Is it more popular than Bacardi in Puerto Rico?
I would say that yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably more popular in Puerto Rico than
Sure.
Bacardi, but Bacardi's more popular
Around the world.
around the world or like in the States, right? Than Don Q is. Cuz everybody's going to make their like bottom shelf fucking $15 bottle. So I went and got their it was like Don Q Grand Reserve,
Nice.
whatever stuff. It was like $50 or something like that.
Yeah.
I tried it. It reminded me of that Zacapa
Okay.
that I brought.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think that I still probably prefer the Zacapa. If you're wanting like a darker, more toffee, I don't know, those kind of flavors, you know, earthy flavors,
There you go.
then this. But this is just sweet and good. It's a little bit lighter.
Yeah, no, that was exactly what I was going to say, man. This thing is like, it's light, it's smooth from start to finish, you know? It's like, and it has like a long finish on it too. It's like, it's really, really nice.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's good.
Stop, Keegan.
Okay.
But that, like, this is, I don't know, when I had that Don Q, which maybe if I find a bottle, I'll bring it. It was interesting. Like I said, very Zacapa.
Did you visit any like rum distilleries while you were
we
out
were
there?
we were gonna go to the Bacardi place, but
cool.
and do the tour because you pay like
That sounds sick.
it's around $100 per person, and you get to go through. Obviously, you do the tour of the facility, and then at the end, you actually get a bottle that's engraved with your name or
That's
something
sick.
like
Oh,
that, or
that's
maybe
nice.
a glass or something like that.
That's cool.
Yeah. And they did that the day after we left, and I was kind of okay with it because I was about over Puerto Rico at that point.
Yeah.
But
A lot of baseball. Tell
There's-
me
honestly-
about Puerto Rico, man. How was your trip?
So we went there right after this hurricane that I think is actually pretty soon to causing devastation on the eastern coast. Or
Yeah, I think there's a
is it?
hurricane already in Florida
So that's
causing
the one-
lockdowns.
That's the one that passed through Puerto Rico.
Sounds
When it
like
went through
Florida.
Puerto Rico, it was a category 1. But their infrastructure is still so messed up from Maria, which was like 5 years ago, that like power was just on and off. And my mindset, because I have the protective father in me, I was like, I don't really want to bring my daughter there, not knowing if everything's going to be okay. And I guess my father-in-law talked to his parents who live there, and they were like, everything's okay. We have power. So we're like, all right, all aboard. Let's go on this trip. We got there. First Airbnb didn't have power. So they offered us a second one, and then that one was much smaller than the first one.
Right.
And the first one was like 3 houses down from the beach. and it was huge. I mean, the way that houses are built there, I'll get into that in a minute. Just awesome to see like how everything is just there. So different. So different. But we got to the second one that they offered us. Power was spotty there. And then we were like, fuck it. We're just going to stay in the other one because it's big enough for everybody that we had there. And so we stayed in that one, and there was no power. And then the power came on at like 5 o'clock in the morning the first night. And I'm just like, I can't sleep because I sweat a lot anyway. And the humidity there is insane. And
Was
I'm
there
just
AC?
Like, no power.
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
Damn, that's right.
So it would just like sucked. And I'm just like looking at my 2-year-old daughter, and I like go to pick her up, and there's just literally like a chalk outline filled in of her sweat. And I was like,
man.
fuck, dude. Like, what am I getting? Like, how am I supposed to? I don't know what's going on. I'm not a 2-year-old. I've never been a father before. Is she going to be okay? I don't know what's going on. So I don't sleep. She sleeps like a fucking baby. She doesn't care. She's probably just over fucking heated and just delirious the entire time. So that's my like worries. But then we went out and like we went to, and that was the first thing. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? We went to my wife's grandparents' place, right? And they had power because they had a fucking generator. So we like walk up and I see the generator, and in my mind I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, no
we got
shit,
power.
you have power. Like, you should have told us it was because of the generator. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. And then also just hung out with people that I couldn't like speak to because I don't speak any Spanish. Yeah. So it was a lot of them like speaking Spanish and then pointing at me, and I was just like, what are you talking about? Talking about me?
El Gringo Estupido.
Yeah.
Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha.
I think I could have put those pieces together. But nah, it was that. And then, I don't know. Power was on and off the entire time. We did have power for almost 48 hours, which was about half of the trip.
Damn.
So that was okay. When the power was on, it was great because we got to go back and cool down. But other than that, really cool trip. Got to see stuff. That was my first trip outside of the country to outside of the States, right?
Right. Yeah. To a foreign country.
Yeah, that wasn't for the army. So I was like, they're on vacation.
Right.
And the streets are very narrow. They're very bumpy. But it was cool to see how people live.
Yeah.
Like,
it gives you a whole nother perspective on like life, how life, how, oh my God, could
There you go,
be.
buddy.
Yeah, really could be. Sorry, there we go.
and it's
All
like,
right.
I'm no stranger to living like fucking rough, but not with a 2-year-old.
Right.
So that was my biggest like stress factor.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, the sand was like I hadn't seen before because my only exposure to beaches was like California and like Georgia and Florida.
Yeah.
But the sand there was so fine. It was so weird stepping on it. It was just like so smooth under your feet. And then just like being able to watch Bella play in the sand, dude. That little motherfucker can play in sand.
Did you sip a pina colada out of a coconut?
No, out of a pineapple.
Okay, that'll do.
Dude, that's good,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, it was cool. There's just like shops everywhere, dude. You're just driving down the street, and then there's just like some guy on the side of the road with his wood stand, and he's just selling all of this fruit. Which I'll get to the food. The food
We
in
have
Puerto
those
Rico
here too,
right?
but-
Yeah, I know.
Did you have tripletas?
Yeah, I did have
Dude,
tripletas.
fire, right?
Dude, the tripletas,
Fire.
so fucking good.
What are
Fire.
those?
It's 3 meats.
Yeah.
So tripletas
Got it.
is 3 meats, right? It's beef, pork, and
Chicken?
chicken. Yes,
Maybe.
chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they do it with like I guess it was like mayonnaise, some kind of
Yeah,
like
they usually
barbecue
smack it on a
ketchup,
sandwich.
and then
Oh, okay.
Give you a minute.
yeah,
Yeah, and they
on a
put those
roll.
really thin, like potato crunchy sticks. Do they put those on yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, little thin, like literally like
Chips.
like they're so yeah, but they're like
They're like straws.
they're like literally straw. They're like French fries, but with nothing
like
inside
a thin
them,
French
you know?
fry that's
Yeah,
cooked crispy.
yeah, they're
like,
just
all the way
potato
through.
sticks.
Got
Yeah,
it.
they just
So
load
no
the
mushy
sandwich
inside.
with them.
Which another
It's
thing,
fucking fire.
the food.
They're so good.
I loved all of the rice and beans that they made. But then they would just like bring me this thing, and they'd be like, I would be like, what is this? And they're like, it's like a potato. And I would taste it, and I'd be like, yeah, it has the texture of potato, but it's worse. And then they were like, here's a plantain. And I was like,
Dude,
okay,
fuck
what's
yeah, I
this
love
like?
plantain.
It's like a
well,
banana,
here,
but worse.
Yes. I was like, it's like a banana, but worse. And then he brought me this like pork, and he was like, what? I was like, what is this? And he was like, oh, pig. And I was like, pork? And he was like, yeah. But he just threw these like cubed up pork into a fryer and then gave it to me. And I ate it, and I was just like, okay, so that tastes like fried pork, but
Worse.
they didn't like season their food. So everything was, and then he was like, oh, wow. I was like, everything just grows here? And it was like, yeah, if you throw seeds, you know, and this was translated through my father-in-law.
I honestly thought that
like,
most of them spoke English as well.
But
That's on me.
Yeah. But he was like, yeah, basically. So in like the touristy
In
areas,
Puerto Rico?
Well, here's the thing.
it's an American territory.
It's an American territory, and they tried to become a state like several times. So I just
Yeah.
assumed that they probably spoke English as well.
They still want to really bad.
Yeah.
Of course,
But
bro. Everybody wants to get in on this American action, of course,
No, they
bro.
don't.
But he was like basically
Rico,
saying,
Canada.
if you throw seeds out there, they'll grow. And I'm just like, then why don't you grow?
So I'm just masturbating in a field.
I was just like, why don't you just grow
Throwing
good
seed.
food? You know, that's what I'm thinking in my head. I was like, it doesn't have to be like potatoes. It can be potatoes.
Just be regular potatoes.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be like bananas. Just make
be
bananas.
bananas.
Maybe it's just like their climate. That's what grows best there.
I don't know.
Grows
Well, it just
fastest.
grows everywhere.
Yeah.
Or-
Everything's everywhere, and it's just like,
Or you have to think about the fact that maybe that's what's most accessible to them, you know, like plantains could be their potatoes. Like potatoes out here, there are plenty. Where the fuck are the plantains at? You know?
Good point.
But out there, it might be like, where the fuck are the potatoes at, man? All I see
don't
are
know.
plantains in here. Or,
yeah, I get it, and it's like a thing, and everybody was just like, you know, and I think
Dan
that it
just
was
saying
more
if you
like,
can grow anything, why not grow good food?
yeah,
Yeah.
Why it
Instead
doesn't
of
have to be like
bland,
a
mushy
diet,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I was just like. Honestly, these things they're good. Yeah, it's like a potato, and it's very similar to the taste of a potato, but worse, right? Just
Yeah.
throw some salt and pepper on it, brother.
You know what I'm saying?
Just put some S&P on that. Fucking, you got me all day, baby.
Rico. There's some tahini
And
on
then they didn't tell me that they put pitted green olives in their fucking rice, which their rice had like beans and then regular olives on some of it. And then there was like these big green, I just thought they were big green beans. So I'm just eating it by the spoonful. And then I bite and almost fucking crack my teeth. And he goes, oh, there's pits. And I was like, is this a joke? What? It's my first.
a fucking joke.
Like, you didn't tell me that? Why wouldn't you tell me? It's my first time.
I just learned that I can't bite on rice.
Yeah,
Now
but no.
everything's a hazard.
I say all of that like jokingly.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was a
Yeah.
cool experience
For sure. How much were things cheaper there?
No, so but in a sense.
Okay.
So when we would go to restaurants, I would be like, "Oh my god, dude, I'm paying $22 for an omelet." But it would be like an 8-egg omelet.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
All right.
they would
The
just
portions
serve
were
me up
just
this.
fucking
Yeah, the
huge.
portions were fucking massive.
Yeah.
I was like, "Do you guys eat one meal a day?"
Yeah, they're like, you are American. The Americans are fit. I don't know how to do a Puerto Rican accent, so I went with
Motherfucker, this is
Hispanic.
Yeah,
This is
that
not
just sounded
Russian.
Russian.
Yeah, this is not
Russian. I went with Russian.
Nah,
That
and then
seemed non.
I had to
I'm
explain-
totally
I
Puerto
had to
Rican.
explain to my wife that like I'm gonna make jokes about Puerto Rico because that's what I do and that's who I am. But for what it's worth, I did enjoy the time, minus like the stress factors of like the whole kid thing.
Right.
The beaches were awesome. The water was fucking blue.
Babes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm married.
Right. Nice.
Yeah, she doesn't listen, dude. Yeah, there were a bunch of
cool.
hotties out there.
Tight.
And it was really cool. But yeah, the houses, everything is just, it has to be a limited space thing, right?
Yeah.
Everything is just on top of each other.
Oh really?
but-
Like New York.
Yeah, just everything is just condensed. The roads are super narrow and people just, streetlights, suggestion.
Oh yeah.
Very, very much if it fits, it ships kind of driving.
Right.
Like just get in there.
Huh.
That being said, I saw 0 accidents.
Oh they got it though.
Yeah, they know what the fuck they're doing. And
Organized chaos or
it's
something.
absolute terrible roads, potholes everywhere, and I'm sitting in the back of a 12-passenger van. You guys ridden in the back of a school bus before?
Yeah.
You know how those bumps are fucking emphasized?
Yeah, when you're
Dude,
on the
I am
window.
about 4 fucking inches shorter.
Yeah.
I spent an entire fucking hour rolling out my fucking back and shoulders
Yeah.
when I got back because I was just in so much pain. There was another thing. It was cool. I liked it.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'm gonna start learning Spanish.
Yeah, well, dude, that's
that's
what's up. Spanish is a great language to know, by the way, and it like definitely is a great thing to add to your resume too. To be able to speak another language is like, it's gold, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, donde está el biblioteca?
Especially with
Where's
how many
the library?
Yeah.
It's like the third most
That's all I know.
spoken language.
That's all I know.
Yeah. It's like it's super common
What's the
here in
second most?
America
Chinese?
too.
No, I think Chinese is number one. There's so many of them.
I think
Chinese is more than American?
yeah, there's so
English. Then
I think I'm trying to learn
So many.
Japanese through watching
Chinese.
too much anime.
Nani?
Yeah.
That means what?
Yes.
That's all I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is gambare?
Gumbo.
Gambare.
Tambourine.
That means you can do it.
Wa Anthony Desi.
You can do
close.
I remember this all
Yes.
off of a fucking episode of One Piece where the one guy is cheering Luffy to like heal, and he's like, he needs to hear our cheers in order to heal himself, and then he goes Gambare, Gambare, and he just keeps yelling it, and I swear to God it went on for like 7 minutes, and I was like, this is a long ass scene, but it got
word.
Gambare in my head. I was like, this means you could do it.
Gambari.
Yeah, exactly. Gambari.
So what was your favorite part of the entire trip?
Oh, when I let my daughter get fucking annihilated by a wave. So it was pretty like choppy, like the waves that were coming in.
How's the weather, real quick? Like, was it too hot? Was it humid?
It was hot, but like I'm used to dry heat and humidity.
All right,
So for me,
Georgia.
I was just like fucking
It was fine.
trucking. And I had a fucking 15-pound backpack and a 30-pound kid on my shoulders the entire time that
That's
we were
another
walking around.
Tuesday for you.
Yeah, I was just
Your
like,
kid
this
is
is fine.
30 pounds.
29.
Oh, no,
Dang,
that's
bro,
about right.
she's getting big.
Yeah,
I love
she's
to
a
hear
fucking
it, bro.
brute, dude.
Dude, I love her.
Yeah,
So
thick.
funny.
I'm gonna tell her to tackle you next time.
No.
Next time he comes over, dude.
No, I'm going to let your kid run into my legs super hard. So
Yeah, dude, if you don't fall down, I'm gonna tackle
I'm
you.
just kidding. I'd probably fall down. Knowing myself, I'd fall down. This is all a front. I'm
Yeah.
a big softy.
So yeah, it was just
not.
a real feel probably max of like 100, but the humidity obviously. That's what gets you out. That's what the white people like to say, right?
That's what gets you.
That's what
that's
gets
what'll
you.
get you
Vegas
out.
is a
Yeah.
dry
Humidity.
heat.
Yeah, dry heat. Have you ever felt the sun like it's just burning you when you go outside? That's what dry heat is. Okay, it's
120
painful.
degrees. You're in
Humidity is uncomfortable. Dry heat is painful.
Wake up, idiot!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wake up, idiots.
Yeah, before I shit on your face.
Yeah, super humid.
That's
for me,
SPF, baby.
cruising. My wife
motherfucker
cruising.
don't miss.
Father-in-law cruising.
Your wife had a good time too?
Everybody else sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Just had a good time.
Awesome.
I think that she was pretty worried about my mood the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
Because I'm liable to fucking just pop off at any minute and just start screaming and yelling at anybody, which I got on the fucking plane ride back. But no, she had a good time. Weather was whatever. Back to my daughter getting annihilated by a wave, which is the manliest thing that I did this week. Should I save it?
Nah, go ahead.
All right. So the waves were coming in and they were about her height, which is 2-year-old height. And it's just like, okay, don't do that.
About 5'8" for those listening.
So I would take her into the ocean past where the waves were breaking, where I could still stand and she could be in the water.
Yeah.
Fun fact about my daughter is she's a fucking trying to be an independent little bitch, but she's only 2.
Sick.
So if I try to help her swim or not get swept away by a current, she gets mad at me.
Right.
So I was like, all right, brought her up to where the waves were coming and it would like cover her, like the waves would come up and they would go like up to her hip and that was fine. But she wanted more.
Of course.
So she kept trying to go towards the crashing waves and I was like, no, there's going to hit you. After about 5 minutes of stopping her,
Yeah.
I was like, fuck it.
You know what? Do it.
Yeah. All right. Teaching moment. Everybody gather around. Teaching moment.
Don't even ask, just bring it.
This beach is fucking packed. It was called Crash Boat Beach.
A very safe name for a beach.
Yeah. So
Crash that boat.
she keeps chasing these waves and she keeps getting closer. And I tell Jess, I'm like, hey, babe, watch this. and she's like thinking that she's about to watch this cute thing happen. And the first wave comes, and she's not deep enough yet, so it just pushes her up, and then she rolls over to her belly, and she's face first into the waves. As the wave is pulling her back out, the next one comes straight to the fucking face. Dude, it takes her 180 straight to her back and pushes her up the beach, dude. She comes up and fucking screaming, dude, crying. And my wife runs fucking 30 yards the fastest I ever seen her move. She's like, Dan, what the fuck? And I'm like,
Tried to tell her.
what?
I said no.
Tried to tell her.
I am doubled over laughing so fucking hard. And I just like stand up and I see fucking judgmental eyes everywhere. And I'm like, obviously you don't have a fucking kid. And if you do, that kid is so sheltered, it's going to grow up to be a pussy.
Yeah.
I was like, this one just learned a lesson. Jess is picking her up after we get all the fucking water out of her lungs.
After you're done waterboarding your daughter.
I go, hey, Bella, do you want to play in the waves? And she said, no. I was like, there we go. Mission fucking accomplished. Check that box. Good to go.
Yeah, now you got to take her into a pool just to make sure she's not totally afraid of water.
No, she's not. No, she still wanted to go back out in the
Okay,
water.
it was just-
she just
she
wanted to
knows
play in
her
the sand
limits
for like
now.
the next 30 minutes. But
Okay.
like she sees waves, she's probably going to be like, that ain't me. Not again,
Yep.
you silly bitch.
Yep. Got to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
Bella's a smart kid. She'll be fine.
That's what's up, bro. Hell yeah. I'm glad you had a good time. Any final words on it? You know, like what was it? What was your final opinion?
You're
on
cut
it?
off about this Puerto Rico
No,
shit.
no, no.
How long
no,
have I
I'm
been
just
talking
I'm
about
just
Puerto
no. That's
Not long
that's not at
enough,
all.
Dan. You
That's-
still got
Oh,
40
shit.
minutes
That's
to
not-
go.
no,
Keeper,
no, that's
this
not at
episode's
all.
called Puerto Rico.
I'm just trying to get like what's your thesis about the whole experience? Like if you could just give us like a couple sentences on like how it was, if you learned anything, like, you know.
I learned that I would like to, you know, be able to speak Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would have made the experience better. Probably visit Puerto Rico under prime conditions.
Nice.
I had a really good time in San Juan and visiting Del Moro, which is the old fort there, because I have a fucking military
cool, man.
background. I like to see that stuff. So being able to walk through like the gates to San Juan and stand in a tower that was built in 1539.
Yeah.
That's cool.
You know, I was just like, "Are you fucking
You can
serious?"
you can feel the history
I know.
behind it. Like
And
it's
just
like it's like
yeah.
a moment where you sit there and you're just like, dude, how many people have stood in my position in way different circumstances?
and like
you know?
being in the military and being in a military fort that was established in the mid 1500s. I'm just like, you know, you also think like how much everything is shifted, and you're like, I'm standing in the courtyard of Del Moro where they used to have their morning formations, and then I think about where I used to have my morning formations and stuff like that, and it's just like, wow.
Yeah.
This is really cool. The fact that place took 250 years to finish.
yeah.
That's
You know?
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 250 years to fucking finish building that.
People
fort.
didn't even see it in their lifetime.
It went from seeing literal fucking old cannons,
Yeah.
smoothbore cannons, to actual housing artillery,
Yeah.
like modern day artillery, king of battle kind of shit. And I was just like, that's really fucking cool. There were a couple of spots that were like, because obviously they have to keep upkeep, and salt water and all that shit tears shit down like a motherfucker.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Erosion,
a couple
baby.
of places that I would have
Don't get me started on erosion.
Oh god,
Continue, Dan.
this
Like
guy, this guy,
wind, water.
I'll
Oh my
fucking
God.
this guy on erosion.
I will
right
fucking
now.
talk your ear
Yeah,
off.
we got
about
40 minutes
erosion,
left.
bro.
You
I
got
will
it?
talk your
No.
ear off about
Yeah,
erosion,
I've talked
dude.
ears off about fucking Puerto Rico, but there were a few places that were boarded off and that I couldn't go up and like look in.
And you went in anyways?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I should have.
Yeah. What are they
Yeah,
going to
this-
do? They're going to yell at you in Spanish. You'll be like, I can't read in Spanish.
Yeah,
don't
it was
know.
in English.
Oh, well, you could have pretended.
I don't read English or Spanish. I'm a retard. You know? Can you say that?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, cool.
Spanish?
We can.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can say Spanish. Yeah, but that was another reason to go back and like see it again. But also, I want to go back and have like the complete experience
Yeah.
without worrying about power and shit
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Dude, so wait,
Yeah.
hold up. So Jess is Puerto Rican, right?
Yeah.
And so her whole, like, she has a bunch of family out there.
Her dad was born and raised in Puerto Rico.
Uh-huh.
She has, that's another really cool thing. Bella met her great grandpa.
Dude,
great,
yeah,
great,
that's
great?
sick, bro.
96 years old.
3 greats?
Damn.
Yeah, so her,
4 grades.
So it would be her dad's.
Two greats.
So her dad's grandpa would be Jessica's great grandpa, which would be Bella's great great grandpa. Sorry, I added.
That's still insane.
Yeah, 96 years old and still like aware.
Yeah.
That's tight.
Having conversations completely.
It's the plantains, man.
Yeah,
Bro,
it must be.
Swear to God, that
Fucking
mushy
diet bananas.
food and shit with like no seasoning on it. Like
It's vitamin
say
rich.
Dude, say what you want to say, but like a lot of the shit we throw a lot of like sodium and black pepper and like
MSG.
all this shit. Like we
Lots
throw
of
a lot of
MSG.
crazy flavorings on shit.
Yeah, let me
And
tell you
it's-
that Popeye's
and
chicken
it's
today was fire.
delicious, bro.
That
It's
blackened ranch,
delicious,
brother.
I didn't get it.
But like people that live in areas like that like they don't eat a lot of salt and they don't eat a lot of sugar and they're just like, you know, like a lot of their shit comes from natural ingredients and stuff like that. Like those people are usually strangely healthy.
I think that
Like,
it's. I
They
think
live to
that
be
it's
forever.
yeah. There's a place in Italy where like everybody is like old as fuck and like their average
that one part-
average lifespan is like 110 years old
Yeah.
and you're like, what
Kill
the
me.
fuck,
that
bro?
one town in Italy.
Yeah, there's like this one place that everybody's like, what is your guys' secret to success? Because you motherfuckers just survive.
They're like, we're boring.
The fountain of youth.
Yeah,
also
the
think-
fountain of youth.
You go up into the villages in Puerto Rico, and they are literally on the top of mountains.
Yeah.
Like, and driving up there,
How
it's
big
like,
is Puerto Rico?
I don't know, like this big.
enough.
Yeah, it's like from there to there, but like
Enough to
on a
party.
scale.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta scale it. So, like these places where they're growing all of this, I'm sure that there's like big farm areas where they're doing commercial farming and stuff like that. But where these people are growing their local produce, it's on like the face of like steep ass cliffs
They do it
And
that
that's
way
how
for
they-
a reason.
for the sun.
Yeah, for the sun and also, for like water and shit. And it just trickles down evenly.
Hey, Puerto Rico is larger than the state of Rhode Island, but smaller than Connecticut.
That's actually a perfect scale for me. So thank you.
I don't understand because I don't know how big either of those places are.
Rhode
Well,
Island
one's
is
like
like
this
this
big,
big.
well,
and the
so-
other's like
bigger.
this big.
So Family Guy
Yes,
is based
every
in Rhode
single
Island.
one of you talk at once so
Family
that
Guy
I can
is
hear
this
all
big.
of
What
the
I was saying was
answers.
the thing about stuff. Oh, sorry.
Giggity,
Okay, so-
giggity.
I've been so about just not only the diet being like nutrient rich,
Yeah.
they also have to farm and work that. So you take in like the exercise factor of that, and they're
Yeah.
farming and working this land that's
Yeah,
on
a hill.
On a hill. So they're outside
Bet their calves
in
are
the
crazy.
sun. Yeah, dude.
Those baby cows go.
No.
They got some absolute fucking. Those are
Sick, dude.
they got Thanksgiving fucking turkeys on their legs, bro.
Exact sick calves joke, bro. Thank you, bro. You know, I'm not going to lie. I stole it from my brother. He's been going to the gym a lot recently. And, like, this man will be like, oh, man, my baby cows are mooing. And I was like, what? And he was like, my calves really hurt. I did legs yesterday. And I'm like, oh, that's good.
I like that.
This is a good one right here.
I'm also going to take that.
Oh, man, my baby calves are mooing. I'm like, nice. Anyway, go ahead.
Go on.
Go ahead, Dan.
I think we're good.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, that was good.
man.
All right, guys.
Dude,
Talk
I'm
to you
glad-
next week.
I'm
No.
I'm glad that I actually thought you were gonna hit that right now, and I was like, oh, it was like 30 minutes, I think. What are we at? We're at 28 minutes. Okay.
In 20 seconds.
Very short episode, but that's all right.
30 seconds. No,
But dude,
that was
hey,
in
you
10
know what?
seconds.
It's awesome to like have those experiences outside of America. So it's like you can really see like that there's a whole different side of like living, you know, and like a whole different style and way that people live that like is like so different than here in Las Vegas.
It was cool to
and, you know,
see it,
stuff
but
like that.
in no way would I want that.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
I just want to look at it for a couple days.
Like I want to be able
That's how
to
I felt
have.
about
I want to be
Seattle.
able to have those like hardening experiences without
Yeah.
just like living them permanently.
Yeah. Well, the thing about those
We
things
have the
is
luxury to do that.
is
Exactly.
to them it's probably not a hardening experience to live out there. That's like what some of those people have done their whole lives, you know? And so it's like to them they would look at our lifestyle and be like, dude, that's like a hardening lifestyle to like live
sheltered.
in this like completely sheltered and like fast-paced like nightlife lifestyle. Like this town right here, like, you know, we've we've all grown up in it, you know. Like, I mean, except with the exception of Norm.
I grew
Norm,
up
you
here.
moved here. You moved here when you were,
After
like, 12.
elementary school.
Oh, okay, yeah. But
like
like, you know,
11 or
like
12.
to like grow up in a place like it's completely different than growing up in fucking Puerto Rico. That's probably not too hard to survive out there for someone who's lived like that their whole lives, you know. But to us out here, where I'm like, it's really not that hard to live here, you know.
I go to Puerto Rico and at 2 a.m. I'd be like, "Where's Roberto's?"
Yeah, I'd be like, where the fuck is the food at?
It's
You
like
guys
he's your
just
next door
close shit
neighbor. Go
down
ask
at
him to
10?
cook you something.
and I would, and he probably
Yeah.
would.
He might.
Or he
I
might
assume they're all
chop
really
you
nice.
with a machete.
Yeah.
No, you're thinking of the cartel. That's Mexico. I don't know how the gangs are in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, dude, the
I don't
Mexican
know.
cartel's
I
out.
guess there was one
Cartelio.
point when we were on a beach, and then after we got to the beach, which we're driving a 12-passenger rental van or 15-passenger rental van, right?
Okay.
So we pull up to a beach, and we get out, and then the native, which is Jessica's father, was just like, "Nah, those guys are up to nothing good," and then sat there and just watched the van the entire 3 hours that we were at that beach.
Smart.
And I was like, he knows the area. I don't. He'll let me know if there's trouble.
Yeah.
So like, as a 5-year-old, I went to Tijuana, right?
Old TJ.
Old TJ. And
TJ
let me
Maxx.
tell you, as a 5-year-old, I was smart enough to know that I was scared as fuck the entire time, terrified of everyone. I hid in the van the entire time, but one time we left. It was on a church mission group, right? And my church left a van unattended for like 10 minutes or however long, and somebody stole the van,
Sick.
drove down the street before they got caught by the cops.
Now that's a mission.
Yeah, that's a mission. That's
Now
what's
that's a
up.
mission.
Now we're talking.
Quit calling church shit, man.
Yeah. And then we converted
Come on,
them to
son.
Judaism.
Come on,
No.
son.
Give me that.
But they made it like down the street before the cops found them, pulled them out of the van, and then just beat the shit out of them in the middle of the street with a stick.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
TJ's
Holy
gnarly.
shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really want to go.
Yeah.
We're adult males now.
Yeah.
If we were just like,
But we're still white, so we're targets.
And also,
If we
no,
talked
you
to
were
all of our
targeted because it was a
girlfriends and we're
fucking
just
church
like,
mission.
we're going to Tijuana.
no, I'm saying we'd be targeted today
Boys
if
trip.
we went.
That's
Boys
fine.
trip.
Dude,
Okay.
boys trip to Tijuana.
Yeah, let's just
Old
golf.
TJ.
Let's go
Hey,
golfing
I literally
out there.
know a 300-pound fucking beefed up Mexican that loves TJ, and he will go with us.
Sick, dude. I'd love to meet him even if we don't go. I don't want to give that guy a hug, you know?
He gives great hugs.
Sick, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck
He's a
yeah.
big
I
dude.
feel like
Bet he could
a
straighten up
teddy
my
bear.
spine, man.
Yeah, I'll show you guys a video of this guy.
And then I'll
Riding a bull.
I'm
Wow.
gonna come.
He dwarfed the bull.
I'm gonna come.
It was a mechanical bull,
I'm
but
gonna come.
still made it look small.
Okay, all right. Zach's over here having an orgasm.
No, he's great, kind of a shitbag.
It's that Puerto Rican rum, baby.
This is Haitian rum.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good try,
Awkward
though.
silence. Let's move on quickly.
We'll just blur that out and put Haitian.
Yeah, okay.
over the-
Yeah,
Yeah.
Norm, you ever been to a foreign country?
Yeah, Mexico.
Oh yeah, duh.
AKA
Just in
Norm.
case you guys are wondering, go back like 3 episodes.
Yeah, like
two
four
episodes.
episodes maybe. Yeah.
And Norm went to Mexico or
Yeah,
something.
it's pretty sick. I mean, I'd been to Mexico once before that as well, but only Mexico.
Okay.
I haven't been anywhere else.
Mexico's super cool because
Mexico's fucking
there's
dope,
like
bro.
resorts where it's like safe, and then there's also the rest
Tijuana. And then there's Tijuana.
Dude, can we like dead ass plan a trip between all 4 of us and all of our significant others and like go
of it.
somewhere?
To Gatlinburg,
20
Tennessee.
Yeah, that's
Well,
Dan wants
No,
to go
I'm
to
talking
Gatlinburg.
about outside of America.
2024, me and Chris already decided we're going to Japan, and we already told Keegan.
Dude, that'd
Yeah.
be sick.
I'm not going.
Okay.
Why, bro?
They're Japanese there.
And?
Do you need another reason?
Yeah.
I love
I
Japanese
like the
people.
Japanese. I like the Japs.
Dan doesn't want to go.
Dan, why don't you want to go, man? You don't like the Japs?
Pearl Harbor.
There it
okay,
is. There it is.
Okay.
December
Well, you know.
7th, 1940.
I think we're gonna shoot. We're shooting for the end of 2024. We're gonna go to Japan.
Yeah, I'm already saving for it now.
Yeah, we will be right after Disney World.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
No, it is super cool though, looking at Japan before and after.
Pearl Harbor or Hiroshima?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one.
That one.
Hiroshima.
Afterwards, there's a lot less of it. You know what I'm saying?
No.
No, for real. What's Hiroshima?
Really?
No, you fucking nerd.
It's when Godzilla attacked, bro.
I knew it. Fucking Mothra.
Burger.
Mothra at it again.
Mothra and Godzilla were lovers, bro. Catch up.
They be fucking.
They be fucking, bro. You ever fucked a giant moth?
No, but I can't wait to.
Yeah, and she still won't text me back.
Hey-o.
Hey-o.
No, yeah, there's hella shit in Japan I want to do. Like
Like
all
go to
of
the
it.
new Nintendo theme
Like
park.
all of
Well,
it.
that's gonna be open here soon.
I don't want to go to the one here.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, if we're going
it's
to
gonna be
Japan.
cool.
Yeah.
But I mean, I want to go to like the anime.
Is it really going to be open here, though?
Yeah, they're opening the Super Mario World at Universal Studios in Hollywood.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Do you want to go?
yeah.
Okay.
It's next year. They open it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's soon.
It was under construction when I went to Universal last year, and they said 2023.
That'll
So,
be sick.
Yeah, that'll be cool as fuck.
Maybe we'll get some season passes.
You get wristbands, and you can interact with the park itself. Like you can hit blocks and
like how you
get
can with
shit.
the wands and shit.
Yeah, it's fucking dope. But yeah, those are just. I mean, I want to mainly eat Japan's food. That's what I would be most excited for because the food out there looks so fucking good, dude. I love sushi and I love
Yeah.
rice and
Isn't
I
it
love
cool
ramen.
how like food is like the subject
Yeah.
for like traveling?
It's so cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
And dude, it always lives up. Like once you get those local delicacies and shit, like
Yeah, when you go to the
I'm like,
spots,
I
I
like
ate
yeah.
ceviche.
How was it?
Fire.
Fuck
I'm
yeah.
sure it was fire.
Love ceviche.
So I've never heard of it, so I don't know.
Oh,
what
really?
It is.
Really?
So you
Yeah,
guys
it's just
tell me
like-
what ceviche is
So-
before I tell you what I ate.
Scrimp salsa.
Ceviche is basically raw fish that's marinated in citrus juice that slightly cooks it that you mix another shit with. It doesn't cook it, but it like
it will cook it.
Yeah,
depending on how
technically
long
cooks
you
it.
marinate it.
Okay, that's not what I had.
So it's kind of like it's close to raw fish and a bunch of citrus juice, and then they usually throw in like other vegetables and shit with it, and you just
So,
fucking scoop it
what
with
I-
the chip and eat it.
What I ate, I thought it was cooked, and when he handed it to me, I thought he said ceviche. It was shrimp and octopus with vegetables.
Yeah.
Was it?
probably-
I mean-
was it cooked?
I thought so.
I mean, so you probably had ceviche
It
then,
was probably ceviche.
because ceviche
Does
you
it
have
to be raw?
you marinate it overnight in citrus juice, and the
Yeah.
acid
It's-
starts breaking down certain parts of the food that like.
It's not
Yeah.
raw. It's not raw.
Yeah.
Ceviche is cooked by the citrus. They put it in a citrus mixer, and the acidity of
acidity
the citrus
literally,
is
like-
actually the thing that cooks it
Yeah.
throughout. Like once it sits there and it soaks so long, it literally is cooked by the acidity.
Yeah, the
of
acid
citrus.
like starts eating away at certain parts of the said fish, and like
Okay, so I had that, and then that was another thing. I was like, I ate the shrimp first, obviously, because I know that. And I was like, this is good. This tastes like good shrimp. And then I ate the octopus, and I was like, this tastes like the shrimp, but worse.
I love octopus. Octopus is chewy, but it's fucking good.
Puerto Rico is just America, but worse.
Yeah.
It was like Mexico, but worse.
I guess it depends which part
Well,
of
I
Mexico.
honestly, I worked with a bunch of Hispanic guys, and
I bet
was,
they know the
well,
people in Puerto
I shouldn't
Rico.
say Hispanic. I work with a bunch of dudes that are Mexican, and I was like, Mexican people are. I was like, Hispanic people are super like racist towards other like
Hispanic
Hispanics.
people, yeah.
I was like, and they were like, yeah, and I was like, okay, well, you guys are all Mexican. Like, who do you hate the most? And all of them said Ecuadorians.
Really?
Yeah, people from Ecuador.
Ecuador.
Dude, everybody has that, bro. I'm not gonna lie
Asians
to
have
you.
it.
Like even the French
White
have
people
it,
hate the
yeah.
French.
Yeah, and the French hate Americans. And
I thought that I was thinking more like I hate
like locally.
hillbillies.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
also,
don't mind rednecks, but I hate hillbillies.
Yeah.
Right.
Can
so
you tell
that
me
was
the
my
difference?
Huh?
Can you tell me the difference? All white people are the same to me.
Hillbillies are like the people that are
Classist.
missing their teeth because of like
They kiss their
bad-
girl for their sister too
they-
much.
Yeah, they fuck their cousins and sisters and that kind of thing, and they missing their teeth because of meth.
Alabama versus
Rednecks are
Tennessee.
the like hardworking people, like white dudes that are out there doing fucking
The Lord's work.
yeah. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Doing the Lord's work.
NASCAR.
But yeah,
Yeah.
driving
And
NASCAR.
Yeah, and
My car turns
And a
left.
hillbilly.
Sorry, I'm privileged. I don't know.
A hillbilly is
How
more.
do you drive a NASCAR?
It's more prone, like a hillbilly is more prone to living
With a NAS
like,
pedal.
secluded from the standards of society. But a redneck is going to be aware of those standards and respective, but not operate within them.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gets
Perfect.
Yeah, Zach's a redneck, so he knows.
I know. I come from rednecks,
Comes
and
from
we hate hillbillies. Let me tell you that.
Rednecks fucking hate hillbillies.
You'd be like, you guys are giving us a bad name, all right?
I'll tell you what, dude. Somebody from another country would just walk by and see like a redneck and a hillbilly going at it, and they wouldn't see the difference, but we know.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I don't know the difference.
I come from rednecks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I'm trying to tell you.
Norm, what's your least favorite kind of white guy?
Least favorite kind of white guy.
Yeah.
Cold.
Dude, there's a lot of bad ones. There's some bad ones. No, I actually do. I respect the band Korn, so it's not Korn.
Least favorite kind of white guy.
This is no, yeah. I mean, they're not white. There's not. I mean, all white people are pretty bad, except for some of them.
What?
Yeah.
We're all kind of pretty bad.
Yeah.
Except for some of them.
Yeah, except for some of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
agree
how I
with
talk
that.
about white
Yeah,
people.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Why are we all
Yeah.
white? Why are we all kind
Old white people are the worst if I can categorize them by
Okay,
age.
yes.
Like if you're over 65, I'd even group my dad in there. My dad's pretty bad.
Wake
Just
up,
with
idiot.
like,
Old style white people.
yeah, old style white people suck.
They're just like blatantly racist and
they're they're
unwilling.
unwilling to learn about any like technology. They're just like,
Okay,
this is fucking dumb.
Listen, if
I don't
you're at
like
the
that.
end of your life, would you be willing to learn about new shit?
Yeah.
Why?
I hope so.
Or I would just want to die.
Oh, there goes
Why would
one
you
can.
be willing to learn about?
'Cause why
something
not
if you're
learn
at the
cool
end of your
shit?
life?
Well,
Why
different
would you want
perspectives.
to learn?
I like learning.
Yeah, I know. I'd be hella down
So,
for
like,
it. I don't
sure.
care how old I am.
Okay, but if I'm like 65, I'm not going to be like, I want to learn Spanish.
No,
me wash my.
I don't know.
I mean,
maybe.
it
I also
doesn't-
don't
I
want to
don't know.
learn about using this new telephone device that I don't need anymore because I'm
I'll be
perfectly
excited
set
for
my
that
ways
part.
watching program television.
Yeah, boy.
I don't think I'll ever be
Oh, white
set in my
people
ways
suck.
with technology.
I disagree with
Sticking
that.
by it.
Why? I don't understand. Let's talk about it. Why
Does
do all
any
white
time?
people suck?
No, I said old white people suck.
Oh,
Dude, here's the thing.
I heard
man.
all as well.
I said all first, and then I said old white people specifically.
Here's the thing.
so you hate racists? Can we just say that you hate racists?
I hate racist, but just like there's just a lot of bad white people. Period, regardless of race.
Well, there's a lot of
Everybody's
bad people of
racist.
every race.
Yeah, exactly.
This is why I'm saying
all
But you
people,
guys
most
asked-
people suck.
this is the
Yeah,
point.
100%.
White people are the loudest.
If everyone could just
Facts.
if everyone could just give
False.
me a second. If everyone could just give me a second.
Zach,
People suck. Period.
Yes.
That's it. There's amazing fucking white people and there's amazing black people and then there's bad white people and then there's bad black people. And it's like there's no fucking like predetermining factor that's like, that guy's an Asian, he's gonna be a bad guy. It's like no, there's like, there's just people suck.
That's facts.
There's gonna be people that suck of every race, of every religion,
Most
and there's
people
gonna
suck.
be great people on the same side. You
I
know what
agree
I
with
mean?
that.
Like, so it's like, you just gotta find your way of deciphering between those variables that would make a person shitty or make a person sick, and that's what it is.
Hey, Zach.
Hey buddy.
I think you just beat racism.
I just did it.
You did it.
I just
the
did it
more
right
you
there. Thanks, man.
you just got learned.
You just got learned.
Yeah, with Zach.
I was looking for the yay button.
No, you're close.
The yay
Almost.
button.
You hit what instead? Yeah,
This motherfucker don't miss.
there it is.
That's one.
We did it. We ended it.
We ended racism, guys.
Yep.
4 white guys ended racism.
4 white guys on a couch. It's over.
there it is.
Do
There
we
it is.
have male? Do we have any other?
I'm not done talking
manly
about
things?
racism.
Okay.
Yeah,
just
maybe
kidding, yeah.
maybe
We
white
do
people
have
aren't
male.
so bad. Like the 4 in this room.
Do we really?
Wow.
We have male for the first time in a couple of weeks.
In 1 week, yeah.
Mail, motherfucker.
This mail comes to us straight from Dana.
Oh wow, another Dana.
Good
man.
looks.
All right.
Welcome back.
Good looks,
Dana.
brother.
Dana's supplying, bro.
Thank you so much for listening to this podcast week by week. And
Okay, I like it. Picasso.
I can't speak for the rest of them, but I just love you. I love you the most.
That's what she said.
All right, here we go. How and when was the talk when your parents explained the birds and bees to you?
I had a boner going to football practice.
Dude, that's sick.
And they saw it?
Nah.
And they were like,
I
"You
was-
should
I was
fuck
like,
a girl with that."
Son, that goes in a vagina.
That's sick, dude.
Thanks,
Like,
dog.
wrap it up.
Yeah, no, it was super cool because I was about to go to
The boner or the talk?
Both.
I'm trying to tell you.
Both?
I mean, my boner was chilled.
Yeah, dude. Your bone has shades on.
I was trying to fit it back into my cup, and I have an upward sloping penis. And
Yeah, same.
the top of the cup is shallow, and the bottom cup is deeper.
Yeah.
And mine just doesn't go that way. So I was like messing with it. And my dad, I guess, noticed it because I'm in my football pants with my cup. And he was like,
Cocksucker.
I noticed. He was like, I noticed you've been taking really long showers.
Give your meat a good old rub.
I still take long showers, by the way.
So
Regardless of masturbation.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think that it's time that you learn how that thing works. And I was like, I know.
Get in here, Daddy's gonna. Get in here, Daddy's gonna show you how. Oh god.
No.
Oh god, I'm scared. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
No.
Tell the story at your
I
own
had
caution.
a fucking boner going to football practice. I couldn't get it back in my cup, and I was, you sit and it's just weird, like those random fucking boners that you get at school, right? And you're just like trying to fucking hide them. Normally, I tuck mine under the waistband.
Yeah, until my dick got too big.
All right. Are we still doing this?
Yeah.
Or are we
We're still
pressing
doing it.
sound bites and laughing?
Sorry, we have a
Like,
lot of dick buttons.
Okay, go ahead.
More dick jokes.
I'm gonna just
my dad
leave
was
it
like,
alone.
yeah, so how that thing works is, and I was like, I know. And he was like, you know? And I was like, yeah, I know. And then I had to go play fucking football practice.
With a
and-
rock hard penis.
No, it goes away super quick when you get in the pit. But like,
Damn.
And then all those
You
men
get in the
tackle you,
pit.
and it just
Dan's
comes
like,
back.
I know I'm not gay now. My boner went away.
Oh, that's cool. So
but
how
it
old
was
were
just
you?
like I just remember just like being out of it at that. It was a middle school fucking NYS practice, and
Okay.
like I was just like.
So you're like 13,
So I never
14.
had like the actual like sit down talk about the birds and the bees, which I never understood that fucking reference in the
Yeah.
first place.
Do birds fuck bees?
I don't know. I still don't know.
Still don't.
They fucking maybe they do.
Maybe.
me about my win.
And that's how the wasp was made.
Whoa.
Wow.
Hey,
Wow, full circle.
Zach, I'd like to ask you about
But
your wiener.
I just remember
So good.
That didn't even come
doing
on,
that
bro.
football practice, and I was like, oh my god, is my dad gonna try to have the talk with me tonight? Like after this, and he would watch all my football practices. Like it was super cool, but also that
That's my
practice
son, the one
wasn't
with
cool.
the boner.
You see that kid with a hard on?
That practice was not cool because the entire time I was like, is my dad gonna try to talk to me about my boner?
See that
Yeah.
bricked up 12-year-old? That's my boy.
He's walking around there with a
Super
bricked up hammer in
fucking
his
just
pants.
like, and I just had to tell him like, Dad, I know, and I think that's because porn was becoming more accessible.
Yeah, very.
And it was just like, I know how this works, and I don't know. It was just weird, and that was the last like talk that he ever had with me. And then the other awkward moment was when my mom found out that I was not a virgin anymore, and that was just weird.
Tell me about that. No.
No.
All right, Zach, tell me about your wiener. When were you? When were you?
Dude, you know what? I actually remember my mom like
How
when
bricked up were you?
I
Dude,
can already imagine your mom having this conversation with you.
I'm
Super
not even.
bricked up.
She never.
Extra.
She never had a conversation with me about it. But she gave me a book at a certain point that was just like, what's happening to my body? And I was just like, what the fuck, Mom? I was like, oh, God. And, like, I don't think, like, anybody ever had a formal conversation with me about it. I mean, I'm sure that they did at a certain point, but maybe I just don't remember it because I tried to block it out of my memory. I'm like, nah, I don't want to remember that forever. So I'm just not. But, for the most part, I think they just gave me a book, and like my dad would, like talk. So you seen any
song
ladies
about
over
how I
there,
used to fuck bitches
and get money.
There was definitely a plenty of like, hey, if you ever do, wear a condom with that, son. So
such a
get
Jeff
out there
conversation, dude. That is such a Jeff conversation.
Just make sure, no matter what, you're just making sure you're in the rubber on that one, and
in the rubber,
and that
no
was just
eye contact, just watching TV the whole time. I know that's a Jeff talk.
Just like but
you just got Rush Hour.
But
TV.
at a certain point, whenever they would hint at it,
pabst.
I think that whenever they would hint at it, I was just like, I figured it out on my own. Let's not talk about this because I'm super.
How old were you when
uncomfortable.
she gave you that book?
I don't know, probably around like 14 or 15, like
High school?
around, it was like just the beginning of maybe even middle school. It might have been even middle school because like she gave me that book.
Late.
She gave me that book, and I'm not even joking. I was like, what? And in my mind, I was just like, does she know that?
That I know about fucking.
Does she know that I'm getting fucking poon on the reg?
No, not that. But that I know about getting poon on semi-reg, or something. I was just like, I was just a kid.
I've seen girls gone wild.
I put 2 and 2 together. There's a sex ed class here in middle school. I'm understanding a little bit. They haven't, fine printed the details, but I'm aware.
What
of
was
something.
sex ed like at a Christian middle school?
Dude, sex
It
ed
was like butt stuff only.
Sex ed at a Christian school
Yeah.
was
That's how I used to get the Mormon bitches.
was
brother.
very
So in the butt.
was very it was very
Butt
like,
soak?
It was very like, don't do it, get married, and then do it. Like, that's kind of like the whole thing around it. They weren't
And
like,
so you've followed that your whole life, correct?
they would
You haven't gotten sexed yet.
They would do like like STD
Answer
like
the
awareness and stuff. They would do STD awareness, and they would do like other stuff. But it was basically, it was kind of just like, it was just like, hey, listen, premarital sex, you're not gonna want to participate in that, okay?
That's no fun.
Make sure you're pleasing the Lord when you're making
I need to be
decisions.
touched.
And I'm just like, oh, Lord.
Make sure you're pleasing the Lord.
No, yeah. Well, yeah, but pleasing the Lord
Yeah,
was...
suck off the Lord.
Pleasing
By
the
getting
Lord
on your hands and knees.
was fleeing of temptation.
Bow your sensei, suck my dick.
It was fleeing of temptation, and like that's what they taught was like, like flee your temptations and bow to your sensei.
Yeah.
But in all reality, I'm like, Sensei, I
want poon.
I like it. I like it a lot.
It feels so good.
It's so good. It's so good, my lord. And I guess that was probably
I
my
also
experience
pray
with
in
it.
So then I
Italian.
started fucking a lot.
Yeah, I just started putting my dick in anything.
No. But
This, that, and the other.
no. But that was like pretty much sex ed. Was like, they like kind of like beat around the bush. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they
kind of
did.
were just like, don't do it, like you're gonna want to wait till you get married, this is the way, this is what
that's how sluts
the
were made.
Lord's gonna have
Lots of
planned
them.
for your life, and it's like, I admire what you're doing here, but would you mind telling me
Would you
about
mind
the
being
real
realistic?
stuff? Yeah, about the real stuff here, because I'm curious, and
now I'm gonna have
I don't know
unprotected sex.
I don't know what I'm doing over here. I just hear people making jokes, and I'm like, yeah, penetration, dude. That's what it's about. And you're just sitting here like, what's penetration? What is that? So, but yeah, that was pretty much it.
But
That was-
yeah.
that was-
Book. Sick.
But
That was
That was
fun.
just a
Norm.
book, you
That
know.
was a lot of
Alright.
fun, dude.
Norm, you're up.
I never got the sock.
Cool. And
Yeah.
two-parter.
Never got it. They were just like,
Yeah.
he'll figure it out.
Keegan,
My mom walked in on me
You didn't answer.
masturbating, but
My parents never gave me the talk, but in 5th grade we watched a video, and also there's this book in our library. It was called "It's Not the Stork," and it had pictures of vaginas and like anatomical penises and shit in it.
You were just getting it.
No, I
so the vaginas weren't anatomical, but the penises were. Sick.
correct. I found the book. I found the book and I told all my friends about it, and we all took turns renting it out from the school library, and I rented it like 4 weeks in a row.
Did you beat your dick to it?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah,
and
dude.
They were like cartoon.
to an
It was like
Give me a
cartoon
good
drawings of vaginas and
Wow.
dick, and I think that's where my hentai addiction started.
Did
Guys, I have
you
a problem?
Did you jack off to the dicks or the vaginas? Be
I'll never
honest.
tell.
Oh no.
No, but
I actually got a waiver out of health class
that book basically
In-
described the whole thing.
in high school.
Yeah, in
It was
high
like
school.
in high school, the health class that they had, the
Yeah.
sex ed class.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what they called it.
Yeah, you only had to take it for like half a year, right?
Yeah, it was like,
Yeah.
and I got a waiver out of it, so I got
Nice.
open periods. But I was also just like, I don't know what it was, but I was just like, I don't want to be in a class learning about fucking dicks and vajayjays.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to be in real
with,
life
with the
in
homies.
streets.
Yeah, I want to be out
I
in
want
the
that.
streets.
I want to be
I wanna be-
fucking dicks
I
and
wanna be- I want,
vajayjays.
I want that real world knowledge, baby.
All right,
Yes,
this
but
question is
I
two-parter.
brought it to my mom and I told her, and I was like, and yep, that's what I told her. What's the next part?
Yeah, mom. Totally gonna
Next
come.
part. What scared you most about sex before your cherry was popped? See you next
does
time.
it hurt?
Really?
Does it hurt?
No.
You or her?
No.
Okay. No. What were you most scared about the first before you had sex? What scared you most about
Easy
sex?
P. I thought I was gonna come really fast,
Yeah.
I was right.
but I fucking didn't.
Really?
Yeah, when I lost my virginity, I won't say names. You know her.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah,
Don't
I
say
won't.
it.
I won't.
Don't say it.
But she couldn't make me come. I don't know if it was her fault, but it's probably her
Sounds
fault.
like her
Nervous.
fault.
I don't know. I felt like I
She
did
was
fine.
my first girlfriend.
Maybe you just
fun
weren't
fact.
ready yet.
Nice. Yeah, maybe I wasn't ready. I don't know. I was late. Big late bloomer.
Really?
I was like 20.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah.
All right, Dan. What were you most scared about when you did the sex?
If I was gonna get an STD, or if I was gonna get her pregnant, like that like pregnancy was just
Yeah.
like
Yeah, pregnancy's fucking scary,
Did
bro.
you not wear a condom the first time?
They make it sound like these bitches are.
Of course I did.
so fertile.
And I practiced with the condom.
Oh yeah, I think everyone
before it
has.
happened because I
Wait.
knew it was gonna happen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
done. I've like jacked off with a condom on when I
Yeah,
was
I just
younger.
wanted to know
Yeah,
it was
because I
gonna
was
be
like,
like-
I want to no,
Dude, and
yeah,
then that's a weird thing. Like sex with a condom for so long and then just not.
yeah, just nothing.
Yeah,
I agree.
And then it just life changing. I will
Yeah.
never ever put a fucking rubber on my dick again.
Like I'm a grown up.
We're
I
in the
don't
same
use a
boat there,
condom.
brother.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude, this shit's
never
tight.
ever again, dude.
Never,
Ever.
never, ever.
No. Yeah, but
Never.
I was so scared that I was just gonna
Biting
get.
my tongue.
Except with my girlfriend, because no, not with my girlfriend
What?
ever.
No. She's
It's
on
a
birth
waste of
control.
time.
You're fine.
Yeah, dude. I fucking 100% fucking busted or not. Yeah.
Zach, thing you were most terrified the first time you had sex?
I think Norm's the same thing. I was terrified that I was like
it's gonna be over in 5 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because they tell you like, like for some
Was it,
reason there
though?
was a stigma, like even in middle
Still
school
is.
with all these kids that were like, oh man, you come so quick in the first time, and you're like, it's 7th grade, dude. We're having chicken piccata for lunch, man.
chicken piccata.
Chicken piccata at your fucking middle school, bro? That's crazy.
I didn't. It was like
having
pizza,
French toast,
whatever.
thank
No,
you.
no, no.
Yeah, I had chicken nuggets.
piccata?
Chicken nuggets. Zach was just getting so
terrible
worked up
example.
about vagina. He was like, throw in any food.
No.
Chicken piccata.
So You know, like
Damn,
fucking hey,
bro.
bro. I think that was probably my
Private
biggest fear.
schools hit
And
different.
then it was like I'm not gonna lie, in the middle school thing, when you're learning all this shit about it, like they place an emphasis on fear around it too.
Yes.
So it was like I was afraid, like legitimately, that I was gonna, like get somebody pregnant or like have an STD. And it's like realistically, you're like, man, she's like, I'm 16 years old. I'm having sex with another 16-year-old. Like, there's probably not any STD around here, but like in your mind,
Unless she was a fucking slut.
Were you
And
16?
her Uncle Greg was up in that.
Yeah, you never know what her uncle was doing.
at 16, yeah.
Probably,
That was when I started driving a car, and I was like, I got the big dick now.
Hell yeah.
That was, yeah.
Well, it's
but
because you also have a big dick, though. So
it's like good enough. So
no, it's
you know,
big.
Okay.
I've seen it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
And,
Zach he's got a nice cock.
all right.
I've seen it. It's
Has
nice.
everyone here seen
I'll
my
take
penis?
it. Hell yeah. Me
I
and
don't
Dan
know.
know.
Has it
Me and Dan
Serious,
fucking.
serious
You saw
question.
dick?
Serious
Yeah,
question.
you sent a
No,
dick
I haven't
pic
seen
and,
your
like,
dick. I'd love to see it, though.
You sent a dick pic.
You've seen it.
More than once.
You've seen it, right?
I've seen
Yeah,
it a
you
lot.
sent in
Yeah.
a picture.
Three
Yeah.
out of
One time.
4 people.
Maybe I have seen it. I just don't want you to know I've
This
seen
man's
it.
got a hog.
He's got a wiener on him.
Absolutely,
good.
man. This guy's
Yeah.
got a hammer.
But yeah,
If I could
that's
drive nails with that bitch.
I wish.
experience right
I
there.
wish I had
Maybe
your-
more like nails
that
bitches
dick
with that
was born to
hammer.
be a roofer.
Nice.
Dick was born to be a roofer.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Oh,
What
Jesus,
about you,
'cause that's a
Keegan?
carpenter.
What about
What?
you, Keegan?
What about me?
You didn't answer the question again.
Oh, what was I most scared about?
Yeah.
I wasn't. I knew I was gonna come quick. Like I knew it.
Did you?
Oh my
Oh,
god!
yeah.
This
How
is
quick?
Bigger than
This
all
man,
of us. Keegan.
this man just
Two-pump chump.
just faces life with no fear. He's just like,
Hey, you know what's worse?
I set my expectation
I'll tell you what.
because I lost. You know. No,
Keegan was like, I'm definitely coming.
I lost my virginity to a beautiful woman, and I knew that I was gonna bust quick. So I was, and I did. I did right in that condom that I wore. I actually wore 2.
That's bad. I know Asheroth tells you to, but don't do it.
Well, it was my first time. It was my first time. I didn't know.
motherfucker strapped up doubly, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Double strapped, and I still
dude.
busted real
Fuck
quick.
yeah, dude.
Double
vibe to that song,
Yeah, dude, that song's still a vibe, bro.
It's still a bust.
Fuck yeah,
That's
bro.
all facts,
And
bro.
the
Song's a
thing,
vibe.
I listened to that song like recently, and I was like, "Damn, I'm too old to be in college now." Like even a little bit.
No, you're not. Hold up. Let's start the conversation.
I'm talking about like that college experience. Like I'm too old.
Zach,
for that shit.
Zach,
No, you're
Zach.
not.
No, you're
Relax.
not, bro.
To
No, you're
party like a
not.
college. I don't want. Okay, maybe I just don't want that.
Dude,
Alright,
there
that's
were
fine.
there were plenty of frat guys that were
No,
fucking
it's not fine,
26.
Keegan.
True.
You gotta want to party.
Yeah.
Can
Fucking
you imagine
Keegan.
being a frat guy
Can
and
I
wanting
can I
to
tell
party
you
at
something?
26?
It's never too late until like another 10 years. Then you're like, all right, come on here, buddy.
Dial it back.
Yeah, pull it back.
If
pull it
you're
back.
still partying at fucking 36, chill out.
I mean, if you're still partying at 36, that's fine.
That's
But
fine.
like,
But if
maybe
you're partying
maybe
with
not
high schoolers,
Yeah, with 21-year-olds and 18-year-olds and shit. You're like,
You just
they're
gotta
like,
party as
can
you
you buy
evolve."
me some beer? You're like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I mean, probably. I could,
I
but
could
I'm
buy
not
you
gonna.
beer.
I'm not gonna.
I don't know. It
because-
depends. How are you
would.
gonna pay
I
me?
probably will, but I don't want to.
Shut it down. Shut
Okay.
it down.
With sex.
Oh, okay then. Yeah, for
Bro,
sure.
what are you talking about, man?
Can I see your ID? I would ask to see ID first, though. That's how you stay out of jail, guys.
Zach, how we doing on time?
I've
we can wrap
I've
this
ID
up.
checked
For sex?
to get out of it.
Oh,
Yeah, it was almost a statutory
dude,
claim.
no, I feel
Yeah.
that, bro. That's smart. You're smarter than the average human being. I feel
No,
like.
I ID
I can
checked.
name
I
at
mean,
least
I'm
10
not
people
gonna
you're
I'm not gonna
smarter
lie,
than.
dude. We were fucking. We were getting dirty at the bar,
Yeah.
right? But that's like public scene. But
Yeah.
then she was like, take me back," and I was like,
How old?
You
"Let me
you need to be at
see
least
your
this
ID,
old
dude."
to-
And I didn't even do it, dude. It was like, "Hey, let us get some drinks," right? And then the bartender and I was like, "Hey, it was my boy, and I was like, yo, ask for fucking ID, ask for
Nice,
ID,"
smart.
and he did. And I was like, "Is she?" And he was like, "Mm." I was like, "All right, bitch, out." Yeah.
Good for you, man. That's smart. That
is
first of all,
smart.
good for having your boy
Dude,
behind
you're
the bar.
you're the
did
smartest
it.
man I've ever met, Dan. That's fucking genius.
Yeah,
Yeah,
avoiding
that's fucking smart.
Statutory rape. Good
Yeah.
job, Dan.
Yeah, because there's some girls that be
I won't do
doing that. Yeah,
won't do
good for you,
I
brother.
won't do it. Dude, the day of or the day after, I'll do it.
No rape for this guy.
Yeah.
I'll be 18 in 2 days. I'm like, call me in 2 days.
Yeah, call me in 2 days, then bitch.
Yeah.
Wake up,
You gotta emphasize the bitch.
Women aren't bitches, though. They're all
What a
equal.
powerful word.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
All
Bitch.
right, still relevant.